So in today's class, I'll be starting with a new concept called cash journal in SAP. See, till now you have make the payment to your vendor via bank. You have transferred the amount from your bank account to the vendor bank account. So what about the cash payment? What about the cash receipt? What about the contra entry in SAP? Say for example, I need to deposit some amount in the sense some cash to my bank. I can withdraw the cash from the bank. So I think we all know what is the meaning of contra entry. So basically today we are going to configure how to post the cash transaction in SAP. So this segment is known as the cash journal in SAP. That is a new thing, new configuration in SAP. Since we have done the payment configuration, manual payment configuration, so we can start with this also. That is called cash payment. Basically in practical life, if I consider any company like ITC or company like Unilever or JSW Jindal Steel Group, so basically they used to do this kind of configuration for their branch expenses. Let us take an example so that we can understand what is the importance of the configuration of the cash journal in SAP FI. So ITC having their head office in Kolkata, okay, and ITC having two different branch. One is in Andhra, the place called Bhadrachalam, something like that, and another is in Bangalore. The Bangalore address I did not know exact location. So they having two different plant, one in Andhra Pradesh and another one is a Karnataka. Okay. So every branch is required some amount for petty expenses, like the payment of the broadband, the payment of the electricity bill, the payment of the petty expenses like tea tiffin expenses for the branch. Okay, the salary for the peon. So the amount is very less, like 5,000, 6,000, 10,000, something like that. So every company prefers to make the payment all such expenses out of cash. So before going into that part, companies ask for petty cash amount from their HO. So ITC having their head office in Kolkata, they are sending some petty cash amount to their different branches. Some amount sent to the Andhra, some amount sent to the Karnataka, or some other branches across the India. These are all the petty expenses. This amount is sent to all the respective branches to meet their petty expenses, daily expenses. Like, say for example, payment of the newspaper, printing expenses. So every company is to take some newspaper vernacular language as well as English daily. So whenever they need to make payment to the newspaper, the vendor for the newspaper, they need to make payment in cash. So this kind of petty expenses is required the cash. Petty cash. So all the petty cash expenses, all the petty cash transaction will be configured today under the cash journal. So in broad picture, in broad perspective, this configuration is very vital to handle all such petty expenses of any branch or of any office. So that is completely different from the bank or some other transaction in SAP. Cash journal is a different segment under the bank master record. As you know that our codes has been subdivided into different sub module. So till now we are doing accounts payable sub module. So this is also correlate to the accounts payable because we need to pay someone in cash. That's why we are configuring right now. But the configuration step of the cash journal is coming under the bank configuration. So since we have done the house bank, we have done the bank key. So we know that there is a bank master submodule in SAP. So the configuration of the cash journal will be coming under the same bank master submodule. So here we need to understand what are the features of the cash journal in SAP, and then we'll move on to the configuration of the cash journal in SAP, and then finally after all the configuration we'll do the unit testing. Unit testing means to run the cash journal. The T code is FBCJ. To run cash payment or cash receipt in SAP, the T code is FBCJ. But before going into the FBCJ, we have to configure all the stuff for the cash journal. So have you understood the meaning of cash configuration or cash journal in SAP? Yes, no? So today basically we are going to see how shall we make the payment via cash. Making payment to the vendor or from customer, taking the amount from the customer, so and so. So today's class is all about the cash configuration or cash transaction configuration. Every one of you getting my point? Yes, no? So please make a note of it. The 4 features of cash journal. So cash journal is nothing but a sub ledger of bank accounting, because it will be coming under the bank accounting or bank master submodule. Why we are doing so? We need to manage all the cash transaction like cash receipt and cash payment for the company. And this is very vital. One company can have multiple cash journals, and the balance of the cash journals automatically calculated. Now, what is the meaning of this line? One company can have multiple cash journal. See, cash journal does not mean any transaction. So cash journal is a ledger. Under the cash journal, every cash receipt and cash payment transaction will be taken place. I repeat, cash journal is not a transaction. It don't say that cash account debit to bank, nothing like that. Cash journal is a ledger. In SAP, the meaning of cash journal is nothing but it's a ledger. Under the ledger, we are going to record all type of cash receipt and cash payment for our company. So guys, just tell me one thing. If I am giving you the situation like this, ITC having its 2 different branch in different location, and every branch is asking for the petty cash amount to meet their daily expenses, to meet their daily branch expenses. So every branch is asking for petty cash. So from HO point of view, how many cash journal ITC needs to create? 1 or 2. It having 2 branches in 2 different location. So how many cash journal ITC can maintain to take care of all the cash receipt and payment for their all the branches? 1 or 2? At least 2. At least 2. One is for Andhra and is for the Karnataka. So that ITC can take care of all the receipt and payment for different branches. Sir, shall ITC maintain more than that? Answer is depends. If every branch having its own different department, so ITC can maintain more than 2 also. So at least 2 cash journal ITC has to maintain to record all the cash receipt and cash transaction at the branch level. Say for example, branch it having different department, so ITC can divide more cash journal also. So how many cash journal do I need to create? It totally depends on the company's management policy. Okay, how the company is going to record all the receipt and payment of cash, either at branch level or at departmental level or HO level. So depends on the maintenance of record, you can create separate number of cash journal in SAP. So there is no limitation of creation of cash journal. So finally, boys and girls, what I am trying to say, cash journal is not a transaction, it's a ledger which contain all the cash receipt and cash payment for a branch or for a department or at a HO level. Totally depends on the management policy. So that's why in SAP we maintain this language. One company can have multiple cash journals, and every cash journal balance will be coming automatically. After posting the entry, the balance will derive automatically. So today's class we are totally focusing on the cash transaction, cash deposit, cash withdrawal. So today we are going to see how shall we pass the contra entry in SAP also. So are we ready with the configuration? Before moving into the configuration, please make a note of it. The features or the characteristics of the cash journal in SAP FI. At least this 4 point you have to maintain whenever anyone is asking regarding the cash journal configuration. So later on we will call it itself CJ. We are not pronounce it like cash journal every time, but you will say it as a CJ. So this is the main features of the CJ or in SAP. So anyone having any doubt, any query, any argument, you can ask. Anyone? Shall I move on with the configuration? Please make a note of this 4 line, okay? Now move on to the configuration of cash journal, okay? So what are the steps? You can see. So total 6 steps are there, okay? Please make a note of it. Do not note down this. This is I have created in previous batch. That's why I have maintained it IC10 and IC12, something like that. But apart from that, first step will be the cash journal. We have to create the GL for cash account. That will be the cash in hand. Document type. So AB. Remember, AB will be the document type for the cash journal. Then document number range for the documentation. Then set up cash journal and create change digital business transaction. And finally, we have to maintain a print parameter for the cash journal. So these 6 steps need to be configured to run any cash payment in SAP. So it may be cash incoming or cash outgoing, whatever be the, but if you want to post the cash transaction, so you have to go through all this step. Okay, so please make a note of it. All the configuration step of cash journal. So guys, every one of you are getting it now. Okay, what we are doing today? Today we are going to configure cash payment and cash receipt. I mean the cash transaction. In today's class, we are going to discuss all about the cash transaction in SAP. Or in SAP, cash transaction means nothing but petty cash. Because whenever the large amount of transaction will be there, so we all know we will be going through the PO, purchase order, goods received, service received, something like that. But expenses like broadband expenses, printing stationery expenses, TTP expenses, daily expenses, so we need not to generate any PO for that. Guys, what do you think? Whenever we are going to make the payment to the newspaper vendor, so you have to generate the PO for it? Nothing like that, sir. Expenses like newspaper, printing paper, or any kind of petty expenses, we simply make all such payment via cash. So that's why petty cash amount will be required. So every company, every branch of the company having their own petty cash balance with them. So here we need to configure that. And it is vital configuration in SAP FI because practically it is required to take care of all the petty expenses. Okay. So now move on to the first configuration, GL creation. So can you tell me what is the T code for GL creation? I think everyone should know that. What is the T code for GL creation? It's FS
00.
So now guys, please focus. At the time of cash GL, what will be the, I mean, what are the options we are going to select? So it must be my asset GL. Okay. So my company code is Lava for your class. So account group will be assets, balance sheet account, cash account. You can rename it cash in hand also. In balance sheet, you must know there is a option called cash in hand. So this thing also be there. Now control data, please be careful. Tax category, select asterisk mark. Posting without tax should be selected. No reconciliation account, line item display, and do not select any short key for the cash journal. I repeat, do not select any kind of short key for the cash journal. Why? You will get to know later on. When we will be starting the end user task, now you will get to know why short key is not required. Okay. And finally, create bank interest will be G001, and do not forget to tick this option, post automatically only, because the balance of the cash account will be getting automatically from the system, will be not calculated by our own. Okay. So remember one thing, at the time of creation of the cash account in SAP, you have to follow all this instruction. So cash will be coming under the asset. Asset is nothing but balance sheet account. Short text cash account, long text cash in hand. Under the control data, you can see that all type of tax, posting without tax, line item display. Do not write any short key over here, and do not click on this also. Only balance in local currency. And very importantly, post automatically only, you have to select this checkbox. And field status group will be G001. At the time of save of this GL, you will get two warning message. Please ignore that. If you are getting any kind of warning message, just ignore and save the GL. So this is the fast and very simple configuration for the cash transaction in SAP, and that is called cash in hand or cash account. So we have created. I think it's clear to all of us, because in our classes, in our practicing session, we have created multiple GL. So right now GL creation is very easy for us. So there will be no big deal for us to create the GL. After that, next step, document type for the CJ, cash journal. So AB, as you know that KZ for the vendor payment, DZ for the customer payment, KR vendor invoice. So these are the document type and default document type in SAP. I repeat, boys and girls, KZ for vendor payment, DZ for the customer payment, okay, double A for asset posting. So these are the default document type in SAP. So similarly, AB is the default document type for CJ in SAP. And this time, we will not find out the document type by pressing OBA7. You can see that I have mentioned refer menu path. I repeat, boys and girls, we all know that to see the document type in SAP, the T code is OBA7. But in case of the cash journal, or rather at the time of configuration of cash journal, we'll be not selecting the OBA7 T code. We'll be referring the menu path. Why? You will get to know. So, sir, what will be the menu path? Please follow and copy. Okay. So, menu path starts with SPRO, then SAP reference IMG. This two is common. Implementation guide. After the implementation guide, you have to click on financial accounting. Under the financial accounting, you will get an option called bank accounting, because the first line of the cash journal was what? It is a sub ledger of bank accounting. So it will be coming under the bank accounting. Under the bank accounting, there is an option called business transaction. Business transaction, then cash journal, and the third option, define document type for the cash journal. So I'm requesting to all of you, please make a note of this menu path. Just look at the menu path. Financial accounting new, then bank accounting, after that business transaction, okay, then cash journal, then the third option, determine document type for the cash journal documents. Please make a note of it. The menu path for the cash journal document type. It's done. Proceed. Shall I proceed? Okay, so here we need not to create anything. We just need to check that whether AB is exist or not. So you can see that the same thing is coming like OBA7, but we'll be not executing such thing by clicking OBA7. I repeat, the same screen we will be getting by clicking OBA7, but this execution shall not be done by the OBA7, rather we must follow the menu path. So you need to check just whether in your server AB is a default configuration is present or not. So just double click on AB and check the configuration path. Nothing to change in it. It is a default selection. Okay, number range doesn't matter. 01 is a default. So here we need to just check whether AB is exist or not. If AB is exist in my server, nothing to do with this. Just go back and follow the second option. Number range for the cache journal document. And you guys will tell me that, sir, number range T code is FBN1, but FBN1 and this number range, there are a little bit difference. What are the difference? I will show you. So what is the third step? The third step is this. Define number range for cache journal documentation. So I am doing right now this. Define document type for cache journal, number range for cache journal. The same menu path. What is my company code? Lava. So if I click on this interval, display interval, no number range is coming. But you know, in my company code Lava, I have done all the number range for P2P goods, P2P service, everything. But here you are not finding anything. You can see that. After passing the company code Lava, if I am clicking on the display interval, I am not getting any configuration. So I have to create. So this is at the time of creation, I'll have to click on second option. So you know that the same option, is coming, but can you identify the difference? I'm just showing you. If I am pressing FBN1, the same screen will appear. FBN1. You can see that the same screen is coming, but they are a little bit different. This screen and the cache journal screen. Can you identify the difference between FBN1 and the menu path? Which column is missing?
Year column. Year.
The year column is missing. Okay. So remember one thing. In cache journal number range, fiscal year is not required. I repeat, in cache journal number range, fiscal year is not required. Fiscal year is only required in FBN1. But at the time of configuration, the number range for the cache journal, fiscal year is not required. So here you have to do with what? 01, and you can take any number range as per your choice. No limit at all. As per your choice, you can take any number range, any length, any number range. System will accept. So sir, when we can add the new one? When the gap will be filled with the transaction. So this is a range. The total difference between this range is 99,999. If we fill all the transaction 99,999, so from the next transaction we have to insert another line. Till now we can use this number range irrespective of my fiscal year. I repeat, irrespective of my fiscal year. So whatever the fiscal year you have, it does not matter at all for the cache journal. So cache journal will change when the number range will fill with the transaction. So I think you can identify the range between this number 8 lakh and followed by 8,99,999. So the total number range is coming 99,999. Okay, so after passing all this transaction like 99,000 transaction, then we can insert the another line. But before that, we did not to add anything. Okay, so this is the number range for cash journal. I think you can change, you can feel, you can identify the difference between FBN one and the cash journal one. So in cash journal, no fiscal year will be required for the number range. This is another one feature. Understood? Yes, no? Guys, have you understood the step of number range? In cash journal, no fiscal year will be required. Okay, that's it. So 1, 2 and 3, we have done it. Now move on to the vital two option, set up cash journal and create change. So next option will be the set up cash journal. Please look at very carefully, okay? Click on it. And you can see that there are lots of company code. I mean, not only lots of company code, there are only company code 0005, and you can see lots of cash journals are there. Okay. See, this is your company code. This is the cash journal number. This is your GL account. This is the cash account GL. Currency, type of document, then name of the cash journal, and some other part, other element of the cash journal. So sir, what we are supposed to do right now? We have a two option. Either we can create new entries or we can copy from existing one. So my suggestion is copy from existing one. So here in our classroom, we are focusing on only two type of cash journal. So I'm selecting this two and click on the copy. Now I am changing this with my company code is LAVA Lava. Okay, here the name of the cash journal, some SAP consultant is suggesting that okay, here you can use your business area. As I told you in the beginning of the class, okay, ITC having its two different branch in two different location. So here ITC can mention their code of the branch like business area. So here I am maintaining LA10 and second one is I am maintaining LA12. So this four character can be used by your side. It can be any four character you can use over here. That will be your name of the cash journal. So I have a two branch, so that's why I am creating two separate cash journal. This is my GL account. So which GL account I am going to use? The cash GL account I am going to use. And currency will be INR in both the case. Okay. And document type AB is default. And here I can change the name so that I can identify petty cash LA10, that is Andhra Pradesh, and second one LA12 for Karnataka. Okay, this is the name of the cash journal. You can mention any name. Okay, This can be mentioned any name. Yes, KZ, DZ will all same, Richard. No need to change. KZ means you can make the payment to the vendor. DZ means you can collect the amount from your customer. So it will be there. So no need to change. Name you can use by your own. After that, accounts group, no need to select anything. Person 1 and person 2, you can maintain your cashier name or your accountant name, so that you can identify this cash journal reporting. I can take it from this accountant or this cashier. So person 1 and person 2, you can name of the person. It can be name of the cashier or name of the accountant or any kind of staff or assistant who will take care of all this thing. So you have to maintain this. Person 1 and person 2. Additional text, if you want to add any additional text, their phone number or contact number, you can add over your email ID, or this part will remain more or less same. So this name, cash journal name LA10 and LA12, this is the vital that will be required at the time of entry. Under which cash journal you are going to post the transaction, LA10 or LA12. So I am maintaining LA10 for Andhra Pradesh transaction and LA12 for the branch situated in Karnataka. Enter for the copy. You can create more than that also and then save. So I have set up 2 cash journal for my company code LFVA right now. Later on I can add on also. Okay, and there is an option called cash journal closed. So if I am click on this, it means that no transaction shall be posted on LA10. Why this option is coming, cash journal close? Say for example, from my branch, Mr. XYZ has left the job and I have appointed a new cashier in place of him or her. So what I am thinking, I used to close the previous one and I can add the new cash journal for my new cashier, or the new cashier will continue with the old one also. Since it is a matter of cash, so most of the company used to take the decision to close the old cash journal for the old cashier and please create the new cash journal for the new cashier, so that transparency will be there, because cannot be traced. It is totally depend on your trust. Banking transaction you cannot hide, but cash cannot be traced. That's why in your system you should follow or configure something so that you can easily trace, okay, what are the difference of cash transaction between old cashier and new cashier or something like that. So if you click on this checkbox, it means that LA10 will not accept any kind of posting. When you'll unpick this, then again this cash journal will take all the transaction. Getting my point? So LA10 and LA12, this is my cash journal which I need to maintain for entry. So if you guys having any doubt till now, please ask. Doubt can be in anywhere, setup, number range, document type, whatever. So I think I have saved it. What is my company code? It's Lava. Yes, I have saved, and this too belongs to my company.
Sir, now we can block the GL
Block the GL.
here.
No. Why GL will be
Yes,
blocked?
sir.
Cash journal can be blocked. There is no block for the
Cash
GL.
channel. Okay.
Cash journal you can block.
Okay. Cash channel.
But here I am not blocking it. Why? Because I am going to post the transaction. So right now I will be select as unblocked. But in future, if I want to close the cash journal, so I can click on it. You can see the message is called cash journal closed. So cash account will be closed. So new cash account you have to open for record the further entries. Okay, but after creation, do not click on it. There's the option. I'm just discussing. Okay, anyone having any doubt? The last configuration is there. Edit, create, delete business transaction. Shall I proceed? Satya, any doubt? Satya, Niharika, Momita, you guys have any doubt? Please tell me.
No, sir, nothing.
Okay, fine. Megha, are you able to understand it? This is a new topic we are starting today. So if you have not done the last class topic, doesn't matter at all to understand it because cash journal is totally different. So ma'am, are you able to understand our configuration till now? Megha from Bangalore. Last, create, change, delete business transaction. Okay. See. So can you tell me the menu path? SPRO. Yes, tell me where I supposed to go. Financial accounting new. Then bank accounting.
Business transaction,
Then
cash journal,
and then this option. Okay. Create,
create,
change, delete
change,
business
delete.
transaction. Okay. This option. See. So here you can also see lots of transactions. Okay. Do not follow this. Click on new entries. Okay. So just tell me what are the main types of cash transaction are happening in a business, in a common parlance of the business. I mean, I'm trying to say that okay, what are the common business? What are the common cash transaction is more or less happening in every business. What type of cash transaction? See, you can say cash deposit in bank. You just say yes or no. I'm just writing and you just say yes or no. Cash deposit in bank. So this is called contra transaction. I think you all know that. Next is cash withdrawal from bank. Right? Second, cash sale. Third, cash purchase. Right? Next, payment of petty expenses. Next, collection from customer. Customer can make you payment of cash also. Next, payment to vendors. I think these are the main transaction which is happening in every business by cash or in cash. So you have to define all this business transaction. Then you are allowed to proceed to record all such of transaction in SAP. Classify all the different type of business transaction. Right now I remember this kind of transaction more or less we can find out in every business. Cash deposit into the bank, cash withdrawal from the bank, cash sale, cash purchase, payment of petty expenses like TTP expenses, payment to the newspaper vendor, payment to the broadband service provider, something like that. And I can take the amount in cash also from the customer. And I can make the payment in cash also to my vendors if the amount is less, below 10,000. We all know that below 10,000 amount of payment we can make the payment via cash also. So these are the different transactions we have and we are facing in daily life. Now you have to define the transaction. So cash deposit into the bank, try to recognize which transaction will be supporting out of it. If I consider cash deposit in bank, so which kind of transaction will support this business transaction?
Payment to bank account.
This one, so B.
B.
So if you select that, the B will be coming. Similarly, you have to select every business transaction shortcut for all this stuff. So next will be the receipt from bank account. C will be there. Now cash sell. Achha, cash sell, can I say it's for my revenue? Cash sell is nothing but it is for my revenue. If I am selling something in cash, so I'll be getting revenue now. So that is my revenue transaction. Cash purchase will be my expenses transaction. Will be my expenses transaction. Okay. Petty expenses is also is a part of expenses transaction. Now collection from customer. The default is also there. Customer posting. So D, and vendor posting will be the K. So A, D, E, K, these are all the default by SAP. So you have to assign. Okay. And after that, you can see there is a column called GL account. So do not fill any GL account over here. You just select account modification. If you clicking the option account modification, you will get the option of GL at the time of posting. Say for example, I have a 3 bank account: Axis Bank, SBI and HDFC. So if I have 3 house bank, so we all know we need to create 6 GL account. Yes or no? Guys, if we have a 3 house bank, so we need to create at least 3 GL. One is for incoming, another is for outgoing. Right? But here we have got only single option. So if I am assigning outgoing payment of HDFC Bank, so every time the cash deposit will posted to the Axis HDFC Bank. So I'll never get a chance to post in other bank like Axis Bank or SBI Bank. Repeat version, girls. If I will assign any GL out of this business transaction, it means this transaction will be freeze against a GL. So if I have 3 different bank account, 3 different house bank, so I need to create at least 6 GL. One is for incoming payment, another is for the outgoing payment. So if any GL, any one GL is assigning against this transaction, it means that GL only record the cash posting, irrespective of the bank. So that will be the wrong. That's why we are not assigning any GL out of it. We'll be simply clicking on the accounts modification. So in cash sale also we'll be click on the account modification along with the tax modification, because sale purchase will liable for tax also. Input tax, output tax. We all know in India, if you are selling something, so you have to charge output GST. If you are purchasing anything, you have to pay input GST. So GST rate may be different. So that's why tax modification. Payment of petty expenses. That's it. Customer vendor. Also the account posting is required. Now enter. Achha, sorry, I need to forward to company code. So to maintain all the company code. So guys, have you understood why I'm not assigning any GL out of this transaction? Because I can use multiple GL to record my posting. So that's why I'm not assigning any particular GL. And this only can be happen while you are obtaining all this option, accounts modification. But remember, at the time of cash sale, cash purchase and petty expenses, tax modification also will be required. Okay, enter and save. Okay, data was set. Have you understood this transaction? I mean this step. Just tell me one thing, why I am not assigning any GL against this transaction. Is that clear to all of you? Because I must have multiple vendor. So I can make the payment to any vendor. So I will not assigning any particular GL for this transaction. Similar with customer also. So that's why you have to tick all this option, account modification. And this 3 transaction will require tax also in India. That's why we have selected tax modification also. If you are selecting all this option, so you will get the chance to select any GL at the time of posting of such transaction. The GL you can select at the time of posting. Okay. Yes. Anyone having any doubt? Please ask. Guys, please say yes, no. This batch is very much silent batch. Yeah? You are not saying yes, no. You are not arguing with me, not asking anything. So please say yes, no, so that I can proceed. Now, finally, print parameter for the cash journal. The print parameter is required in SAP for printing the receipt, payment receipt or incoming, incoming payment receipt or outgoing voucher. So click on it. Nothing to do, just select default one. The cash journal print program RFCA SH20. This is a default with correspondence SAP 18. Okay. I repeat, the first option is a default in SAP. SAP 18 correspondence with RF Cache 20. So you just select it, copy and change the company code. So print configuration will be saved in your name and save it. So this is the print configuration is required. RF CASH20 is a default, I repeat, with correspondence SAP 18. Okay. You can see PDF form is also there. If you want to click on PDF form, so PDF form will be there. So I'm not selecting any PDF form because if I'm selecting PDF form, I have to ready with the printer. Okay. So right now I'm not selecting any PDF format. It's all about the printing. Okay. The print the receipt. So we have done all the configuration. Now post the transaction. Okay. This is called unit testing, the final part of end user SAP. What is the T code for cash journal? It's FBCJ. Okay. Now click on it. So here you can see the company code is different. So first of all, I have to change the company code. So edit option will be there. This is all okay. So I change the cash journal. Okay. So what is my company code? It's Lava. And what is my cash journal? I have created two cash journal, that is LA10 and LA12. So first I am selecting LA10. Enter. So you can see no balances is coming in LA10. Every balance will be reflected in this display board. Okay. Total amount of receipt, payment, everything, balance, everything. And you can see it's automatically coming petty cash. I've never selected petty cash. So cash challenge is automatically coming for petty cash. So first you can see three type of transactions are there. cash payment, cash receipt and check receipt. So first we have to receive something. Then we can make some payment out of the amount. So we are withdrawing some amount from the bank. So I am selecting cash withdraw from bank. Okay. I have already created which one? Cash withdrawn from bank for business use. Okay. How much amount? It's a petty cash, na? So amount must not exceed 10,000. Exceed 10,000. Selecting 10,000. Now tell me the GL. So here we have to use the bank GL. So if I select bank GL, so it will be my incoming GL or outgoing GL. If I am going to select the bank GL, so which GL do I need to select? Incoming or outgoing? I am
Sir,
withdrawing
incoming.
it will be outgoing. I am withdrawing cash
Ne-
from bank. So for if it's a
But
payment
at
from
the
bank,
time of payment, we are also using outgoing.
ma'am, it's a contra
हाँ सही है
entry.
sorry हाँ सही है
Okay.
sorry
So
हाँ
it will be the outgoing. So if we maintain the cash book, so it will be coming the payment side for the bank. So that will be outgoing GL. We are withdrawing the amount from bank. So outgoing GL. Okay. Then enter. So after pressing the enter, you can see the balance is showing 2000, 10,000, but the message is red. Red means entry recorded but not saved. We have recorded but not saved. So how to save? Post. After the posting, it will be not edited. Okay. So remember, before posting, you have to check. After posting, you cannot delete the transaction. Now you can see 10,000 is coming. Did you see that? Total receipt 10,000 and balance 10,000 is coming. Automatically will be reflected. If you want to see the journal entry, select the line item, click on follow on document and check the journal. So that will be the magic of SAP. Journal will be taken care of by SAP itself. Understood? Now make some payment to the vendor. Okay. So if you want to make the payment from vendor, so what you are supposed to do, click on the payment first. Cash payment. Okay. So now since we have created the vendor, so we are making payment to the vendor. So in Lava, I have created two vendor, I think, Storm Communication. Sorry. Achha, okay. So payment to the vendors. Okay, this one. How much amount? Say for example, 5,000. Just 5,000. Okay. Achha, in GL column, nothing to be selected. At the time of making payment to the vendor, so in GL column, nothing shall be selected. Come to the vendor and select the vendor. Okay. So Storm Communication is my vendor. Okay. Enter. Done. So you can see against the vendor, the GL is automatically coming. Against the vendor, the GL is automatically coming. Now what we are supposed to do? Post. Now you can see the balance is 5,000. 10,000 received, 5,000 received. This is the balance is 5,000. So this is the balance for today. If I click on the tomorrow, you just see the display board, huh? You can see the opening balance 5,000 is coming. So you can check it on a daily basis also. Before leaving the office, you can check it and you can print the cash journal for your hierarchy. You can take the print and send it to your hierarchy to determine all the cash transaction during the day. So that is one of the concept of day end reporting. because every day end we need to report to our hierarchy regarding the cash payment and cash deposit. It's all about the cash book. Understood, boys and girls? So I think this configuration is okay with you. I mean, every one of you are okay with this configuration, the configuration of the cash transaction in SAP. So go for it. So before getting into it, please create a cash account and at least one vendor so that you can see the payment as well as bank. Okay. So we know how to make the payment through bank, and today we have understood how to make through cash also. How to make the payment through cash also. And the balance will be automatically changed. So if you click on the yesterday, you can see that no balance is there. So yesterday 5/8, no cash transaction. So by clicking on rewind button and previous button, you can check the daily basis your cash or all the transactions. And this will never deleted, okay? It will be there. And if you check the journal entry, so select the line item, click on the follow on document, and you will get the information of the journal entries. So if any student is not able to understand the accounts at all, say for example, he does not or she doesn't know debit credit at all, so I think SAP will take care of it. Because in SAP, golden rule, modern rule is not required. The only thing is required, you have to understand how to configure. If I talk about the consultant, and if I consider the end user, so end user will not bother about that. End user people just follow this step. They don't bother about the GL creation, this configuration and nothing else. They simply start with FBCJ and proceed with the transaction. That's it. But we the consultant people, we know that how shall we configure all this stuff for our company code. So today we have finished another configuration for cash journal in SAP FI. It is very vital for petty expenses. So please remember the every step. Okay. So that's it for today. So tomorrow we'll be meeting again. So tomorrow I will be start with the automatic payment. Tomorrow we have a class, na? So regular class. Tomorrow we'll be starting with the automatic payment. Okay. So I think you guys are able to configure it by today. So please try to configure by today in your company code. It will take hardly half an hour. Okay. I think if you make a note of it, all this Excel sheet and transaction code, it will take hardly half an hour. Okay, so go for it. That's it for today.